As the excitement for European adventures continues to soar, it's crucial to sidestep those pesky packing blunders along with countless other avid travelers who have fallen victim to. Ready to discover the insider secrets? Get set to explore top tips that will keep you ahead of the game. Avoid overpacking. One common mistake travelers make is bringing too much stuff. Many people have experienced this, including others. Carrying a heavy suitcase through stairs in places like Cinque Terre, Italy, can be tough. So it's important to pack lighter, even for longer trips. You don't really need as many things as you might think. Some travelers suggest only bringing a carry-on bag. If possible, that's great. But if not, at least make sure your bag is easy to lift. Having too much stuff is something you'll regret, but having a manageable bag is always a good idea. Choose the right luggage. In Europe, many places don't have elevators, so lightweight luggage is essential. The Travel Pro MaxLite 520 suitcase is a popular choice among travelers. It's easy to lift and maneuver, which is important when dealing with stairs, trains, buses, and cobblestone streets. Another option is a backpack, like the Osprey Pack's Porter 30 travel backpack, which allows for hands-free carrying. Don't forget to use luggage organizers like packing cubes to maximize space and keep your belongings organized. Pack appropriate clothing. When packing for your trip, make sure to bring the right clothes for the weather and culture. It's a common mistake to pack summer clothes for places that might be cold or rainy. Always check the weather before you go and pack accordingly. You don't want to have to buy clothes as soon as you arrive because you weren't prepared. Also, be mindful of the culture you're visiting. In some places, it's important to dress modestly, especially when visiting religious sites. Be ready for all weathers. Sometimes even in Europe, it can get really hot in the summer. If you're wearing dresses to stay cool, make sure they're made from breathable fabric. Not all dresses are good for hot weather, so choose wisely. Europe can have unpredictable weather, even in the summer. If you're traveling to places like Paris, where it can rain unexpectedly, make sure you have a good waterproof jacket. It's worth investing in a quality raincoat that's lightweight but will keep you dry. And if you're traveling in the winter, make sure to pack warm clothes so you can stay comfortable while exploring outdoors. Avoid packing illegal items. It's important to never pack anything illegal when traveling. Items like fireworks, undocumented animals, or weapons can cause big problems for your trip. Even something harmless, like a lighter shaped like a gun, can get confiscated by airport authorities. Remember, just because something is legal in one country doesn't mean it is in another. To avoid any trouble, make sure to research the laws before you travel. Skip unnecessary gadgets. Unless you're traveling for work or you need them for your job, you don't need many tech gadgets. Leave your laptop and extra camera lenses at home. Think carefully about what you'll actually use. The fewer things you bring, the lighter your bag will be, and you won't have to worry about them getting damaged or stolen. Hair dryer and straightener. Your hair dryer and straightener might not work in European or UK outlets, which can break them. Most hostels have hair dryers you can rent, but check first so you don't end up with wet hair, especially in winter. Avoid carrying too much cash. It's not necessary to carry a lot of cash. Many places accept credit cards, and you probably have one that doesn't charge extra fees for using it abroad. If you don't have one, consider getting one. While it's okay to have some cash, don't carry too much. Pickpockets are common in touristy areas, so it's safer not to have a lot of cash with you if possible. Ensure your documents are in order. The biggest mistake when traveling is not having your documents ready, especially your passport and visas. Most of Europe doesn't need visas for US and Canadian citizens, but this might change in 2024. For now, just make sure your passport is valid for at least 6 more months. If you plan to drive, get an international driver's license. Also, keep copies of important documents like your passport, insurance, driver's license, and any medical prescriptions. Ignoring paperwork can cause big problems later on. Remember to reconfirm bookings. One mistake to avoid is forgetting to check your bookings. It's something I always do for myself and my clients as a travel planner. Mistakes can happen, either by you or by the hotel or tour company. So it's a good idea to double check a week or 2 before your trip. This ensures you don't arrive somewhere expecting a reservation that doesn't exist. Research the local culture. Another mistake to avoid is not researching enough about the place you're visiting. It's important to understand the local culture and history so you don't unintentionally offend anyone. You don't have to know everything about the destination, but having a basic understanding is crucial. This way, you can avoid insulting the locals. Tourism websites and guidebooks are helpful tools for gathering information. Avoid moving around too much. One of the biggest travel mistakes is moving around too quickly. Spending just one night in a place can be tiring and leave you feeling unsatisfied. It's better to slow down and spend at least 2 to 3 nights in each place so you can get to know it better. Don't try to do everything. Even when you're staying somewhere for a few nights, don't try to do everything. It's another big mistake to cram your schedule with too many tours and activities. Make sure to leave time to relax, sit in a cafe, wander the streets, or even take a nap if you need to. Learn some local language. Not knowing a few words in the local language is also a mistake to avoid. Learning simple words like hello, please, thank you, and you're welcome can go a long way. It's easy to use translation apps on your smartphone to help you communicate. Even if you don't pronounce the words perfectly, locals will appreciate your effort. Keep valuables in your personal item. It's smarter to keep your important stuff, like your passport and laptop, in your personal item instead of your carry-on. Why? Because your personal item goes under the seat in front of you, making it more secure. Plus, if the flight is full, your carry-on might need to be checked, so keep your valuables in your personal item to be safe. Spread out your money. A big mistake to avoid when traveling is keeping all your money in one place. Instead, split your cash and credit cards into different spots. If there's a safe in your room, leave some cash and a credit card there when you go out. So, spread out your money to stay safe. Carry multiple credit cards. It's smart to have more than one credit card when you travel. Having at least 2 or 3 is a good idea. This includes a debit or ATM card too. You never know if one of your cards might not work for some reason, so it's important to have backups. Always make sure you have at least one extra card with you. Use trackers for your carry-on. Don't forget to use an AirTag or tracker for your carry-on bag. It's a smart move that many travelers know about for checked bags, but they often forget to do it for their carry-on. It's a good idea to take this extra step because sometimes your carry-on might need to be checked at the gate. Having a tracker in your bag can give you peace of mind if that happens. Limit your toiletries. Many travelers don't know this, but the amount of liquids you can bring in your carry-on can vary depending on the airport. Some European airports, like those in the UK, have strict rules about toiletries needing to be in specific size bags. Make sure to check the requirements for your airports before you go. Depending on how long you're traveling, toiletries are an easy area to save space. You can likely find the toiletries you need abroad, and it's easy to share items with your travel partners. Consider packing lighter by sharing toiletries or planning to buy them once you're there. The same goes for hair tools. Sharing with your travel partner can save a lot of space and weight. Thanks for watching today's video on Europe packing mistakes. Remember to avoid these common blunders to make your travels smoother and more enjoyable. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more travel tips. Safe travels!